Hello and welcome to Merecal. Merecal is a site dedicated to keeping you informed of upcoming media releases. Currently we cover books, Blu-ray, DVDs, music, and video games. These 5 categories are represented on the home page in 2 separate columns. The left column shows releases this week, while the right column shows all additional upcoming releases. Let's go ahead and log into the site. Once logged in, you'll see 6 additional buttons across the top to help you navigate. We're going to start by going to the Manage Favorites page. As a new user, we don't have any favorites, but we're going to search for the Beatles. After we add the Beatles, we can click on the link, and it'll show us all the upcoming releases related to the Beatles. You'll see books, music, DVDs, even a video game here at the bottom. There are 3 pages of releases that we're welcome to click through. But at this point, I'd like to have a look at all the upcoming books. So now we get a top-level view of all the books coming out. I'm a fan of Dan Brown, so I'm actually going to add Dan Brown as a favorited author. I'm going to add The Lost Symbol as a favorited item. But when I came to books, I didn't want to see all the books necessarily. I want to look at computers and internet. So by clicking on computers and internet, we see all the books related to that specific topic. So looking at these, I see here's an interesting book that may be useful in the future. But again, I see a subcategory here, Apple. I'm a fan of Apple, so if I click on that, all the books related to Apple are shown. I'm a fan of the subcategory, so I'm going to click on this button to add it as a favorite. I can also add it as an RSS feed as well. So now if I go back to my Managed Favorites, we have a few items here now, the 2 books we've added, as well as the different searches we've added, the Beatles, Dan Brown, and the subcategory Apple. So by clicking on any of these links, we'll see the upcoming releases related to that search. We can also click on favorite releases up top to see our 2 different items we have favorited. And if we click on My Releases, this will show us all the items that are currently favorited by us, either be a search term, subcategory, or individually. Here's the individual item, here's one related to the Apple subcategory, and down below we have one of the Beatles items as well. If we click on Popular Releases, we can see all of the releases that are popular across all of the Merecal user base. So currently, the Beatles Rock Band on the Wii is the most popular item with all of our users. Clicking on Preferences will show your individual user preferences. So the most important section on this page is the default search categories. When I added Beatles before, it added all the 5 categories. This is because by default, they're all checked. You can come in and change this. If I'm not a fan of video games, I can remove this, and any additional item we favorite will no longer have video games checked. You're welcome to change the Beatles one on the Manage Favorites page if you've already added it and changed this after the fact. The email notifications are also important. The first one, email me immediately when a release becomes available for pre-order, means that as soon as Merecal knows about a release, you'll know about it. We'll send you an email. Also, I want to be emailed on any of the release dates. So when one of my favorite items comes out, I'll receive an email letting me know. I can also condense these emails into a weekly digest if I care to. Down below we also have the number of releases listed per page. I currently have it set to the default, which is between 10 or 20 depending on where you are on the site. But if you're comfortable upping the number of items per page, please feel free to do so to either 50 or 100. We can save our settings. They've now been saved. I should also note that the left column contains information relevant to the page you're on. If something doesn't make sense, please read the left column and hopefully it's explained there. If not, please feel free to drop us an email. Thank you for watching this little demo. We've enjoyed putting the site together and hope you enjoy it.